Welcome to The Story. We're starting today on Northeast 33rd near Marine Drive in Portland because, yeah, we're going to talk about the homeless. But this is a different homeless story than the type you're probably expecting. This one has a happy ending, at least so far. A woman who used to live here was able to get off of this street, and it's in part because of the help of our reporter, Blair Best. Blair joins me now. I know that you've interviewed a lot of the folks here and at other camps. What made a difference with this woman?
Well, I've spent a lot of time on this stretch specifically, and this is one of the largest camps in the area. A lot of people living here have been here for 3 to 5 years. And when I talk with the people out here, I always ask them, how did you end up here and what's stopping you from getting off the streets? And I met this one woman back in July, and there was just something about her, this urgency coming from her that she wanted to get off the streets. She just didn't know how. She just needed help, and she wasn't getting that help. And she just stuck with me ever since.
There's something I'm missing, and I don't know, I can't think of what it is. Oh, my keys. I can't lose my keys. Out here, you just get to the point where you just don't even care.
It's a mindset, one that has slowly worn on 50-year-old Tara Pietromonaco. For nearly 3 years, she's lived in this broken-down trailer on the west side of Northeast 33rd Drive.
You know, you don't have anything to organize your things with. You don't have a stable environment. You don't know if you're going to have to pick up and leave.
That's been Tara's reality since we first met her back in July.
Hey, Cliff! I need your help!
She was stuck in the chaos.
When I don't have gas in my generator, I sleep in my car because of the rats. Hey, Cliff, we need to push this car over there. Whoa!
And pushing to get out.
Okay, go forward.
This lifestyle wasn't her choice. It's something she fell into after leaving prison, where she did time for identity theft.
I've just been having a hard time getting back up on my feet again.
4 months after meeting her, not much had changed.
I think I'm forgetting something, but I don't know what.
Dozens of people just like Tara, searching for a way off the streets, are getting into transitional housing through the help of outreach workers at Join, a Portland nonprofit.
We meet people where they are, and we're housing first.
A few years ago, Anthony Robertson's team at Join partnered with Kevin Kavanaugh. He runs a real estate company, Guerrilla Development.
We make the buildings that you see around town.
They're also doing something different, building apartment buildings like this one in Southeast Portland, specifically for homeless people.
Living in the city, it's impossible to ignore the homelessness crisis, the affordable housing crisis. So because we make buildings, we are on the front lines of the problem and hopefully the solution too.
The building has 10 rooms. When we were there, only 9 of them were filled. So we told Join about Tara. Tara agreed to meet us.
Do you know Join? Do you know about Join? Have you heard of Join before?
Kind of.
We were talking earlier, maybe there might be an opportunity to help you into a place, into an apartment that you could afford just on your SSI, on your Social Security, while we're working on the subsidized housing thing, which might take a year, could take multiple years, right? But instead of being outside for all that time, for a year, 2 years, we might be able to get you into a place, like a studio apartment kind of situation.
That would be awesome.
We manage an apartment complex that they're kind of SROs a little bit, but it's a cool place.
What's an SRO?
A single room occupancy, so it means you would get like a bedroom, but it's a house where everybody shares like a common kitchen space, and everybody shares like a couple bathrooms and showers.
There's 9 other residents. You would be the 10th resident. It's mixed, male and female. It's primarily women.
Would my boyfriend be able to stay with me too?
Sometimes I can leave you the information. It's all in here, including Elise. Yeah, so it's move-in ready basically. If you want, I could pick you up tomorrow.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
I just need out of here.
And Tara,
Okay.
no pressure, but if you see it, you like it, you can have it, you can move in there.
Yeah, I can give you keys tomorrow.
Cool?
Yeah, all right. Well, I'm gonna leave this with you. okay? If you want to just, put the information into the lease, sign where it says resident, and then when I pick you up tomorrow, so I'll be down here tomorrow around 4:30. Okay. All right? All right, give me a hug. You bet. Okay. We'll get you out of this cold and wind.
Yeah. Awesome, thank you.
Yeah.
And pink?
Yeah, can I get your hug?
It's like a fresh start in a lot of ways, Tara, It's like turning the page and getting a fresh start,
Awesome, thank you so much.
Okay,
and,
Tara.
I will see you at 4:30 tomorrow.
It doesn't usually happen that fast.
My heart went out to her. Yeah, I saw somebody who desperately wanted a change in their life and who appeared to be rather stuck in their situation.
It was 4:15 the next day.
Oh, I need that too.
We caught up with Tara before the outreach team arrived.
I've been thinking about it. I'm just like going, am I really going to be getting off the street again?
How's it going?
Going good.
Good. Can I help you move some stuff?
I don't know what to throw in it right now.
Okay.
I'm just overwhelmed a little bit.
Yeah. Be ready for a lot of transition to happen. There's going to be a lot of emotions. Okay, I'm following you out.
But something was holding her back.
Hey, bro, I'm not leaving you.
Tara's brother is also homeless.
I'll be back, bro. I promise I'll be back.
We ready to go?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm in the black Jeep right there.
30 minutes away was a warm bed and the stability she'd been searching for.
Hey, Tara.
Hi.
How you doing?
All right.
You excited?
Yeah, a little overwhelmed.
I'm excited for you to sleep in a new place,
Yeah. 400 miles without getting putting gas in.
Here, this is Tara. We're going upstairs. That's the key. Room 10. What do you think?
It's warm.
Yeah.
like it's nice.
So here's the bedding.
One thing I'm gonna have to try to get used to.
It's quiet.
Yeah.
A silence almost deafening compared to the cacophony of the streets and the world she left behind.
Okay, you got your key.
Tara had a lot of keys,
I'll stick it on here that way I don't lose it.
but she made room
That's great.
for one more.
It's just gonna be a little bit of adjustment.
Wow, well, certainly a promising beginning. How to go from there?
So that same night that she moved in, she actually came back to her campsite here to check on her brother, who you saw in the story. A lot of times out here, things are pulling people from staying into housing, whether it be addiction or family or community that they have on the streets. And she was a prime example where she had a brother who she didn't want to leave.
Mm-hmm. And that's a big fear,
yeah.
that people get a little taste of housing and they're like,
It
no,
is.
I want to get back out.
It's such a dramatic change.
Yeah.
She's been here for 3 years,
Wow.
right? To now go into that small, heated, nice room, it's not as easy as you would think.
And it happened very quickly. Well, before we go down to that, she did come out here, but then she's back in her housing, right?
Yeah, so I was told she came back that same night and she stayed out here for 2 more nights and then came back on a Monday. And she's been there ever since. We actually went and checked on her 2 nights ago and she was there.
Very promising.
Yeah.
How did this happen so quickly?
Yeah, so this is kind of rare. It doesn't normally happen this fast. Sometimes caseworkers have to go back to these camps sometimes 10 times to gain trust, build a relationship with these people, so they ultimately, decide to trust them and go with them into housing. And I think in part that it was so quick was because I had already been making that relationship with Tara since July. I'd been checking in on her. I'd been talking with her. So I think that relationship piece was sped up a little, but there's also the factor of availability for affordable housing. That room was open and ready for her to move in, and that doesn't always happen. It was just the timing really aligned.
Yeah, it was unique.
Yeah.
But both you were ready, you had her in your mind, and she was ready to make a difference, which none of this would have happened if she wasn't ready.
Right, she was very ready, and it was, the season was changing. You saw in the story that the wind was blowing, it was getting colder. She was at the point where I don't want to do another winter out here. I'm done. And I'm just so grateful we could help her get to that point.
Yeah, what's this been like for you?
Yeah, this has been really an emotional, meaningful process for me. I've never done anything like this before, right? We report on these problems all the time and the crisis, but we never really get to follow through a solution to the very end. At least I haven't. And she's stuck with me, like I said, since July. And I am so grateful for the relationship that we have and her trust in me. And I'm also grateful for Join, for their willingness to welcome me on this process and ultimately make a difference. I know it's just one person off the streets, but when I repeat and go back to her and interview her, it's like that's a problem. The fact that I can keep coming out here and know that I can talk to Tara, right?
Yeah.
So through my work, if I can actually make a difference and get her off the streets, that's ultimately why we do this, right?
Can't help them all, but you definitely helped her. Well done.
Thanks.
Nice going. And we'd love to hear your thoughts about Blair's story. Send an email to thestory@kgw.com or give us a phone call, 503-226-5090.